Hi guys, if you've seen the last movie, I was wondering if it's possible to dig out the SIM card from this SOS module here and use it to make phone calls. Well, we'll find out in a moment. I bought a module like this. Oh, I lost a part of it. From Peugeot 208. As you can see, I've got these keys for disassembly of dashboard pushed in here because there are 6 snaps all around, and you have to release them all at once to take this apart and not to break any plastics. So we'll see in a second what's inside. Regarding the SIM card, might not be successful. I've read some stuff about these SOS modules. In general, the standard is required to be installed in every car in EU since, what was it, 31st March 2018. This module I bought is 2014, so it's before that was obligatory. So I assumed that manufacturers did something on their own, and since eSIM wasn't yet available also at that time, they perhaps used a regular SIM card. But apparently there was something also called EUICC. There was the MFF2 and other standards. So EUICC, the eSIM and so on, that's basically the ecosystem for having a SIM information embedded on a processor and then being used to connect to the network. And there's this MFF2 that's just a form factor of a SIM card. So instead of being a card that you put into a reader or a socket, it's just a chip that you solder directly onto a PCB board. And I'm afraid this module might have something like that. But instead of guessing, let's just take a look inside. So of course we've got the battery, so this will work regardless of a car battery. If you're in a car accident, there's a very high chance that the car battery will just go flying away. The cables will be ripped, so you wouldn't have any electricity, whereas this is supposed to save your life. So it has to be reliable and work regardless of power supply. Varta micro battery, 6-volt lithium, made in or assembled in Indonesia. So don't see any SIM card here, although these are metal covers for shielding, so maybe something underneath. Let's take them off. So I got fixated on these large ICs. It's none of them, because I checked on the internet how the MFF2 SIM should look, and it's really tiny. Height 6 millimeters, width 5 millimeters, thickness 0.67 millimeters. And there's a whole bunch of ICs like that on this board on both sides. Question is which one it is. I tried zooming with my iPhone, taking a photo, but it's quite dark already, and the artificial intelligence tried to improve the images and the text gets old blurry, so not able to read anything. We'll need to stick this under the microscope. Nevertheless, if it's an MFF2 form factor SIM, it should be possible to solder it out, then use a transfer board to put it into a regular phone, or just directly wire it to the terminals of an old phone, and at least see if it's asking for a PIN, and if not, if it's possible to make any phone calls. Well, we won't play around for this for a while. This is going into the drawer. Another delayed reverse engineering project that maybe someday I'll get around to. Oh, another funny thing, because this is GPS and has connectivity, you might be wondering, the My DS application, which shows your location, is this using this? No. As a matter of fact, the way this works is actually very, very simple. When you're leaving the car, you disconnect from Bluetooth, and the app simply remembers the position of the phone where you last left your car. So if you let your wife borrow the car, she'll park it someplace else. This won't show you where it is, just shows you your location where you left the car. And could have been a nice feature, especially if somebody steals your car. But the standard for the SOS implies that you shouldn't be trackable by this. They're taking very seriously your privacy. So it's a passive system. It only sends your data to the 112 system with your localization when you have an actual accident or when you press that button and manually activate the system. So that's it for today. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and see you again soon.